really making some good points there, Riggs, because I remember being a musician, being in the music business. My homeboy who was an engineer like you are, he already was a well balanced engineer, but he wanted to get the paperwork so he can start, working at so he can start so he can be
bigger studios and stuff.
Yeah, and man, it was this one school down here. It still exists. Man, they promise all you have to do is get your financial aid, go to this school. They promised all these jobs. They had like celebrities, come and speak who they say went to this school and got the, and that's why they're where they at. And I mean, it was they sold me on it. Like, man, we got to get up this school. And I know 4 people who went to that school and came out and didn't get none of them jobs they promised.
Nothing.
And it was expensive, bro. It was like the financial aid. You get approved for the financial aid, but I remember it was like $40K or something.
And the school name probably changed it like 2 years later too.
But tuition goes up every year, B.
Student loans are federally funded in most cases, though. So of course the college is gonna let you pay for it with student loans because that's what government money anyway.
Right.
Like they know that money gonna get paid, and then they could bill you if it don't. You know what I'm saying?
So like, in the grand scheme of all this, though, where does Obama's relief joint fall? Don't Obama got that joint where you get like relief from your tuition bill or something like that, like a forgiveness loan or something like that?
I mean, that's been around. Like,
nah, that depends though.
As a teacher, civil service workers, like all that's out there. Like I just put one in for mine. You got to work 5 years minimum in a city school district that has a poverty rate, which is most city schools. And, you basically put in your stuff and depending on your degree. So I'm elementary ed certified. So I get $5,000 knocked off my loans once everything goes through. If you're special ed, you get $17,500 to $20,000 knocked off your loan. So you got stuff like that out there, which is almost nothing compared to the people that I know. They got like $80,000 in debt. So yeah, I mean, $20,000 will make a debt, but you still $60,000 in debt at a 6%, rate. So
which is ridiculous though, because teachers don't even make that much. I know people that went to school, going to UCLA, USC, paying $100,000 to be a teacher and make $45,000.
Right, like the math just don't work.
It's a bad investment. But you got to get the credentials somewhere because the state, whatever state you in, they set the credentials. So, I mean, you paying that paper to go to that college and you're paying paper on top of that to pass the state test. And sometimes these state tests, you got to take 3 or 4 of them and they about $150 a pop, and I know people that failed them 2-3 times. So they dropping almost a rack just trying to pass the credentials to be a certified teacher somewhere.
Right. To make $50,000, to make $30,000 to $50,000 a year.
Man,
yeah.
For I guess a passion for children, and it costs you something. So
man, I hate kids.
Is there is there a way to circumvent, like getting caught in this trap, whether it be group economics or something like?
I would say that the only true circumvention is for one, or even better, a group, like you said, group economics, to step away from the system in totality. And I mean, that's unfortunately a foreign concept to the majority of us. But just like everything we've been talking about, it seems like
step away from. Can you be clear on what you're saying? You're saying step away from the whole what?
Gotcha. From the whole system. So I don't know if there's a way to circumvent, specifically as we've been talking about, more financial matters as it relates to the debt that individuals have to go into in order to obtain some type of certification or degree, whatever the case may be. And I feel like the best way, like Zay pointed out, like the Amish system, right? Like they don't care about, the American public school system in the way that it's set up. They don't care about, the college system in the way that it's set up, or the political system in the way that it's set up, because they have their own functions that are going to, by default, ensure that everybody is taken care of. And I feel like the system, whatever system we're talking about, the system as it's set up today is designed for the possibility of some sort of financial gain, and yet and still at the top level, though, it's still designed for a certain small minority to prosper, while the vast majority pour their time and their resources and their energy, ultimately their lives, into it. Like it's no way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about the public school system, nothing's going to change the fact that Buffalo is among the highest rated school systems in the United States as it relates to putting money into kids, and their grades is still low. Them grades going to be low. Ain't no magical Joe Clark going to come around and change the system. You feel me? Like, that's just the way that it's going to be. The fact that college is so much, folks are going into so much debt in order to get a degree that they're going to be paying back on for the remainder of it. Like, it just doesn't. The system is set up for.
All right.
Prayer and fasting, man.
I didn't even think about it that way until Jerry started laughing.
Yeah, I mean, real talk. Like, that's just the way. If I build a computer to work the way it works, you can run a whole bunch of programs on that computer, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be a hard drive. It's gonna be software. It's gonna be devices. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's just the way it is. So unless you're willing to really sacrifice and say, you know what, these things that are set up in this way, I gotta find another way to move. We just here, just like back to the cop joint. Like, you gotta take it on the chin. Like, it's not many options if we're choosing to stay within the confines of the system.
Is anybody familiar?
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like you talked about the Amish community. I mean, they got certain great models. I mean, my uncle lives in Lancaster, and he had it was like two 14-year-olds and a 17-year-old come over, and they was like the architects, and they done built like they built like a whole huge shed, like just like master builders at 13, 14, 17 years old.
Bruh.
But they're still going to have to abide by some kind of business model. Cause I mean, they're still going to pay Uncle Sam, but there's still some merit to training up, your young men and women in certain trades to be, proficient in certain things, because outside of that, you still need them papers and credentials. You want to be a teacher, you got to get approved by the state. You want to do something, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a pediatrician, you got to be approved by the state. You want to be a whatever, you got to be approved by the state. So there's still models that's going to be hard to operate outside of, other than maybe trades. It just seems that way to me.
Do you get a degree?
Somebody has to have a license.
Do you get a degree in homeschool or no?
Zay, how does that work? Or Shan, I mean, since you're actively doing it, how does that work?
You don't need a degree.
No,
I'm saying
based on every state, they may be different.
I'm saying as a student, like, you're a homeschool student, do you like graduate, get a degree? Like, how do you enter the workforce coming from homeschooling? How does that work?
It's harder. It depends on what type of program you do.
Okay.
There are joint partnerships with actual institutions and schools where you can go through them, where you're still in control of it yourself, but they partner with you and they give you the paperwork, I guess we'd say. But most people that's just straight up homeschooling, then no, there is no paperwork. The parent or whoever's running it is controlling all of the grades, tracking all of the curriculum and books they've used, if they've used any books. So it can be anywhere from partnering with an actual institution and having documentation to having exactly nothing at all. But even if you don't have any documents or any certificates, most of what happens is when they get about 16, 17.
Game time. That's it.
Parents choose to do dual enrollment with a community college. Look at you.
Draymond makes the most random 3-point.
They only won.
Draymond makes the most random 3-point.
No, they about 4.
Oh, I'm delayed then.
I'm delayed too. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, they up 4.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, my fault. Go ahead, Shane.
Man, you doing it.
And they could either have
the white supremacist
or they can test out.
This is the white supremacist side.
I'm being funny. I know what it is.
Don't do it.
She said, "Don't do it."
They still ain't about
this series, Joe.
You said what now?
Like that. What was that one video?
Dame lost this game.
Oh, all right. Now they up by
He
4.
with the Confederate flag on.
What's this from Old Town Road?
No, he was saying let the white kids say.
Oh, let the white
you know
kids say
what.
nigga.
Oh, let the white people say. Oh, you talking about Trinidad James.
Nah,
Trinidad
Young
James.
boy
that's a
rapper.
young boy with a song that's called "Let the White Kids Say It."
It's a song. My fault.
Yeah, it's a song. Yeah. He just did that for some attention. It worked though.
Yeah, it did. It
It
definitely
did. He got a lot of
Is it
views.
over or what? Like nobody's saying it. Is it over?
I
It's
don't
about
know.
30 something
Everything's
seconds.
like on a time
did.
machine, 5 minutes into the future. So
39 seconds.
Yeah.
Got swept.
it's a commercial right now. Yo,
I
so
want Golden State to win the chip, but I just wanted Portland to win a game in this series, man.
nah, for what?
Nah, that's all right. They don't need to win.
Golden State could go rest, wait for the Bucks to come
Get them
through.
on out.
See, man,
I can see that. I
can
can actually see that happen. I can actually see that happening. Though, real talk.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
and I want to know how heavy is that piece, man?
It's
How
light.
heavy is what piece? Oh, you talking about the
What you
Akuma
wearing?
chain?
It's real wood,
Yeah.
man.
Come on,
He
Steph.
said
You
it's
gotta stop missing shots,
what's the
man.
trees? What's the trees in Israel? The acacia trees, man.
Making out the acacia wood.
Exactly. You already know, Miss Parker.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That joint came out of Eden.
Was that used for Noah's Ark? Was Keisha, was that used for Noah's Ark?
Come on, man. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Yo, come on, get the clock on. Yo, Jared, don't ruin it for us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
please don't.
We
I won't say a word.
All right, don't even react.
I won't say a word.
Why? How is it delayed?
Game over. No, I'm kidding. I
Yeah,
don't
all
know.
right.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. All we need is one bucket. Dame, watch Dame do something stupid.
Come
He
on,
gonna
man.
jack up a 3-pointer.
Come on, let's
I
go.
told you.
What, shoot like a 50-foot 3-pointer?
I mean, they be dropping though.
He dropped that one game winner on it, and he started.
Yeah.
He got happy after that one game winner that
Yeah,
game, boy.
he was attempting it like a couple times after that. Like, oh, what the hell was that?
Paul
It
George
was a
thought
block.
that was a bad shot.
That was a bad shot. He shouldn't have did. I mean, he tried to make a play. I give it to him.
Oh, come on. Yo, 2 seconds. Oh, we up by 2 seconds? This is over. This is over. Sweep.
Yeah, I can't tell y'all what's about
Crazy.
to happen though.
Yeah, don't tell us.
Yo,
Oh,
Rigz, what was you about to ask? What were you about to ask on a minute ago before we got into all the
yeah, I'm gonna wait till the end of the game because it's gonna take some concentration.
Right.
Especially,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's not gonna happen.
Oh, that's off Dame, yo. Yo, that's off Dame. He didn't touch it.
Yeah, he didn't touch that. Come on. Yo, just send them home. Like, why they gonna stretch it out for? Just send them home.
That's off Dame. If they call this right here, that's off Dame.
Yo, I hate this. I hate when the game
I
comes
don't,
down.
I don't
to
got
2
cable, man.
seconds.
I'm like watching the ESPN updates. What, I don't even know. So.
No. Dame got his
scroll.
Dame got his shot. Nah, Dame got his
You don't
layup
have
blocked,
cable?
right? Dame got his
I'm not the
layup
only
blocked,
person.
but his hand touched it last. And Klay Thompson tried to stay away from the ball and never touched him though. So if they give this ball to Golden State, it's over.
Oh yeah, Dame did touch it. Wait, that was either Dame or Green who touched it.
Yeah, they're gonna check. Cause if that's all Dame, that's the game right there.
Yeah, that's it. It's a wrap. She
Let's
went
see.
half court
So
shots.
Ashton, what we looking at, man? Is this your?
What the heck is that?
Is that your
He
prayer?
He put the phone down.
Setup?
That's his ladies' cabin right there.
Ladies.
Oh.
Nah, the phone moving, but the phone moving, but he ain't there. The hell's going on?
Let's see what it is.
Yo, what's this call right here?
Oh, they gonna call it off. No, that's off Dame. That is off Dame. That's off Dame, bro.
They're gonna give it to the Blazers though.
Nah, they gave it to him.
It to him. It's home court.
I guess it was too close to call.
It's home court, man. Home
They
court
gave it to who?
to Portland.
And they put another second on the clock.
Whack.
Well, half a second.
Whack. Yo,
That's
why
enough
am I?
time for one shot.
Miss a shot.
Let's go. Let's go. Why they keep replaying it, man? So my next question is going to be mostly aimed at Shannon. That's why I'm waiting.
Brick.
That.
That's the
Game
game, buddy.
over?
Game over.
It's over. It's done.
It ain't end for me yet. I still got 3.3 on the clock over here.
Dang. Is that Alltel internet connection?
Come on, man.
Oh.
Stop dissing my Alcatel, yo.
Sweet.
I said Alltel. All right, Alcatel.
Oh, I thought it's Alcatel, right?
Yeah, Alcatel 7. I'm like, where was 1 through 6 at? Okay, this phone is trash.
In China or
He didn't change it to Alcatel.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good shot for Dame. It was just they made it real hard for him to make that shot.
Oh yeah,
He
think he
needed
Kawhi?
Paul George covering him.
He think he Kawhi Leonard over there with that shot.
Yeah, Kawhi bounce.
He done hit one too many big shots in the playoffs, and now his mind.
Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors.
He can't miss nothing. He blew it. I don't like blaming games on individuals, but he played horribly this game. Like his shot selection.
Yeah, he got a good look. Nah, he got a good look. Dame got a good look. That's a good look.
I'm talking about that shot. I'm talking about you was up 15, 16, 18. Myers Leonard having the game of his career. He hitting everything he putting up. Y'all bigs is playing. It was like this last game, they big men got involved. Leonard, Cantor, and then they just go away from him when things get tight.
Froze. I'm telling you, they freeze up. They not ready, bro. They not ready.
This is championship basketball, man.
Steph Curry cursed them.
Western Finals. Rap.
True.
Western Conference champions. That's what I'm talking about.
Without KD, oh boy, the drama gonna boil up tomorrow morning.
Yo, what TV you think LeBron watching this on?
His kitchen TV. He probably with retired.
His kitchen TV.
He got the little square joint with the antenna on it.
Like my grandma used to have. Hey, yo, real talk. My grandma had one of those on her counter. All she used to watch was the news and C-SPAN. She watched C-SPAN so much that the C-SPAN logo was burned into the.
LeBron probably watching it at his charter school that he started, or his school. He probably in one of them classrooms watching on.
Stop, man.
Oh man,
him and Magic talking. Hey, look, man, it's been real. I gotta go ahead and fade up on.
Yeah, I was about to say, wife Dukes. She just gave me a look from the top of the stairs.
Top of the stairs.
Dig it. Hey, grace and peace to y'all, man. Love y'all, family.
Yeah, absolutely,
Shannon,
man.
You dodged the bullet on this one, Shannon.
I did.
I'm still fly. I'm still good.
So who's still here? Me, Shannon, and Josh. All right, so we could touch on this a little bit. So abortion. Do you feel?
Oh boy.
Do you feel like men do not have a place to legislate whether abortion should be a thing or not?